My name is David Pretty. I live in Lyon, Newfoundland. I work in FortMac and Coral Lake. I'm on a 20 and 10 schedule. Pretty well along in life. From the time I got out of high school, I've been going back and forth to Alberta, Toronto, anywhere I could get work. When I got out of school, there was a cod moratorium on, the fishery shut down. We had to do nothing, only get ready to leave or go to school. And a lot of this younger community left and went away to Toronto, Alberta, BC, wherever they could get. CP rail, wherever they could get a job, they left, went.
Okay.
Like when I finished school in '93, I finished high school. I moved, I went to school, went back to Toronto, worked to work. My wife come with me, girlfriend at the time. I mean, everybody was here, was gone. We all left and moved away. There's 3 of us here now. There's a few young families moving back. As everything gets away, they're getting on this turnarounds and they're getting seasonal work and everything else is shutting down around the world, Canada. I mean, Toronto's gone downhill a long way from when we left it. They're all moving back here now, building houses, new house being built there right behind you.
So, so back then when you left school, most people moved away completely. There was no jobs that were commuting.
No, I mean, then you had a job. You went up, I mean, I went from 2000, from 95, I left in May of 95. I mean, it was 2000 before I showed back to Newfoundland again. I come home for a holiday, Christmas, stuff like that, but that was it. Home, they got married, went out. When my first child was born, I wasn't going to rear him in the city. I came home, bought a house and came home. Now that you're commuting back and forth, you're getting a lot more money. You're guaranteed, you're working 12 months a year. Well, you're only working 20 days of that 12 months, but I mean, a lot of us are going back and forth. Well, you can see the community starting to, well, since you can commute to work, you see the community starting to grow again. And slowly the younger crowd is coming back. They're all moving back, even the ones that went and left, boarded up their houses and sold their houses, whatever they done. You see them coming back. I mean, there's a lot of new houses going up here. I mean, you can't get you got a job to find a spot here now to rent. If you want to rent a house, you want to buy a piece of property, I mean, you either got to go into the little spot the community got set up there for new homes going in, or you got to try to have unless you got family property, you're not getting them. I mean, a lot of new homes, younger families building, still younger families moving away that got nothing, that can get a full-time job there. I mean, a couple families moved last year. Gone, packed it all in, sold their house and moved, they're gone. You took their young family and they're gone, they'll be back. Just sooner or later.
Speaking of, when you're in FortMac, and I've been up there, I do see young families, young people bringing their families up there and spending $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 on a house in Fort McMurray. How do you, when you look at them and you look at the decisions that people make to commute, what goes into making that decision not to pack up and move there?
To make that decision not to pack up and move, you just look around and if you go, like I've been in Ontario for years, I mean, like your kids are in jails. You can't get out. I mean, my children can open the door. If they want to go out the road, go out the road. If they want to go down to the soccer field, go down to the soccer field. They don't have to, I mean, someone brings them down there. You don't have to have someone go, like a warden, so like it's up in Ontario. You got fences around everybody. You're the same as you're in jail. And everywhere you go, they're barely, I mean, you're going around, you look at your parents going around, they're holding their kids' hands wherever they go. You can't walk nowhere, you can't go nowhere. But home, I mean, little small communities, if you look out, if you drive around the roads, you'll see 10, 12 kids going around, kids being kids. They're having fun, they're not in barred up, or you gotta go out, in the big cities, you gotta have money all the time. For to go out to open the door, you want $20. Just open your own door, walk out your door. There's an ice cream cart online, $20 for 2 ice cream. I mean, this is what you look at. I mean, the cost of living's a lot cheaper here. If you move home, well, the benefit you get, well, you're gone for a while, but you see the money. You're putting into your house, you're putting into your property, you're driving very good vehicles, and your children got what they want. But I mean, if you're not in Ontario somewhere or Alberta, I mean, if 2 of you are not working, you got nothing. I mean, like you said, I mean, a house up there, you're looking at $500,000 or $600,000 for a house here that's not worth $10,000. I mean, here I paid $16,000 for my house when I bought it in 2000. So, that wasn't a big lot of money. But I mean, now it's worth at least a bit more than that of the money put into it. I mean, it's still only worth $50,000 or $60,000 where I'm living to now. Well, if you look around in the community line, just the women here, well, you see it. I mean, you go down to the fish plant, most of what you see there unloading boats is women, because their men are gone. Their men are away working somewhere. They run the fish plant pretty well, all the women are. There might be 2 men there, 3 men, a few men there having young kids working there. Students down there. I mean, the soccer association is pretty well all women. I mean, most of the school programs are up there, their parents are running for the women. I mean, there's not many men out there. There's couples who's up helping out there, but there's not a lot. I mean, the fire department's all men. But I mean, to come home, I'm the only man, two men on the come home year committee. The rest is all women.
Yeah, so that brings up another thing. So when you're away there, you're gone for 28 days, you know, do you stay in touch at home a lot through the computer or on the phone?
Every day. Every day when you're gone, you're on the phone every night. I mean, I get off work in the evening time, it's 11:30 at night, the time I talk to the wife. With the time difference, I mean, and during the day, I mean, during break or something, you want to speak to your kids, you call during break time. By dinner time, I mean, that's 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the evening here. You want to speak to your kids, because I mean, by 8 or 9 o'clock, they're gone to bed.
What do you talk about when you call?
What's on the go, and what are the youngsters at, and talk about everything. Who's doing what, and I mean, that's how you keep in touch. You know what's going on. And I mean, a lot of times they're marking it down on the day, to mark it down to tell you what's going to go that night. When they call you, say, boy, this happened, or this one's sick, or that one died, or someone's in with fish, or someone's in with trouble with their boat. So you pretty well know whatever's on the go, and then you run in the guys up there, and they're telling you in the morning time, boy, did you hear this happened home last night? One thing about Alberta, when you leave and get on that plane, you know that when you get to Fort McMurray, there's someone there to pick you up. They're going to bring you up. They're going to bring you into the desk, sign in your room, to give you a key. You go down in the morning time, your breakfast is cooked, your lunches are ready, you go to work, come home. It's monotonous. You're doing the same thing every day, but I mean, you're paying good money for to do it. It's not much of a life, or, well, one guy here calls it, when he's away, he said he got no life and lots of money, but when he's home, he got lots of life and no money. So, I mean, there's no happy medium.
What would you like to see the lawn become, you know, in the years to come for your kids?
I'd like to see the lawn in the years to come for my kids in this area, so they didn't have to go. When you get up in the morning time, you know you're leaving. Like right now, I know I got to go leave dinner time tomorrow to go to St. John's. It's not the feeling, it's not the same feeling you got when you know you're coming home. You're saying, oh, I know I got to get ready, I'm going Wednesday, I'm flying out, I got to go. It's almost a sick to your stomach feeling that you know you got to leave your home, get out of your own bed and go up and get in someone else's, and you don't know, I mean, you know your youngsters are home, you wants to be here. Like my young fella got a soccer tournament this year in St. John's. I'd like to be there, but I can't be there. I'm going to be away working. I mean, lots of stuff that they do, I don't see it. I see pictures. I mean, he's 10-year-old, and I don't say I've seen 3 of his birthdays. This year I see it, and I think I see last year's. I don't say I see everyone up to then. His first year birthday, I see his first year. The rest I missed. I mean, for the younger fella, I probably see 5 of his birthdays. I mean, stuff goes on in school and everything, and you're looking at pictures at it. Oh, wonder how he done it. I mean, the year the young fella plays track and field and soccer and basketball and that. Well, he got a 2nd place finish, 3rd place finish. Here I am looking at a picture. My wife got on the Facebook, here across the finish line, 2nd place or 3rd place, or here with his medal. I missed it. I mean, that's the worst thing about your commuting away to work. You're missing your family. You're not rearing your family, your wife is. Or someone else is, or your mothers. I mean, a lot of people here, their wife and their husband's up there. And their parents are rearing their kids.